Today's topic, how to know if he loves you. Today I want to share the signs with you that show and that prove that he really loves you. And the first sign I want to share with you is that he wants to say it but acts really weird before the words could possibly come out. This is one of the most obvious signs that a man loves you. Unfortunately, a lot of my Skype coaching clients weren't even aware of this sign before a coaching session with me. They just thought, he just wants to say something and then he changed his mind. But I promise you, and I really, really mean I promise you, 100% guarantee, ironclad guarantee, if your boyfriend, or even if he's not your boyfriend yet, and you just started dating casually, or you don't really define whether or not you are in a relationship, if he then says something like, hey, nothing, forget about it. And you then ask him again, hey, what's wrong? What do you want to say? No, it's okay, nothing. How was your day? If he reacts like this and he then changes the topic, he wants to say something very romantic, and most likely he wants to say, I have to tell you something, I'm in love with you. Or I just have to say this right now, I love you. If a man reacts like that, this means that his emotions push the words out, or let's say his emotions want to push the words out. But because of his conditioning, that men can't reveal their feelings and men are not emotional and you always have to wait until the woman says, I love you first, and you should never say, I love you first. I mean, you wouldn't believe how many dating coaches for men tell men that they should never reveal their emotions to a woman and they should never be the ones who say, I love you first. Men are brainwashed by this false belief that revealing their emotions is in fact bad. So if he's then right before revealing his emotions, right before, it's so close, he's so close, but he then says, never mind. And you see in his eyes that there's something he wants to talk about. There's a very, very high chance that he wants to say, I love you. And if you are in this situation, the best thing you can do is to say to him, I love you too. Because this shows first that you know exactly what's going on with him. And this also allows him now to finally say it, to go against all the conditioning that he's been conditioned with of men don't reveal their emotions and you can never say I love you first, and then he finally says it. Even though, okay, I admit it, in this case you say it first, but if you are in this situation and he goes, nothing, and you then look at him and say I love you too, this can be the most romantic and the most defining moment in your relationship. What else do men do when they are really in love with a woman? He might express his love for you by buying romantic gifts. If he buys you a necklace, if he buys you a bracelet, if he buys you your favorite scarf, or maybe something else that has a romantic meaning for you, maybe for example a teddy bear or something else that's kind of romantic, this means that he has feelings for you. A man, and I can really confidently say that as a man, would never buy such a gift for a woman he just wants to hook up with. But if a man is in love with you, then he wants to express his love by buying you a nice gift, especially if his love language is receiving and giving of gifts. And if that's the case with the guy that you're dating, then he loves you. And he's absolutely devoted to you. If your man is absolutely devoted to you, this means that he loves you. Because a man can only love you if he's devoted to you, and he can only be devoted to you if he really loves you. And what I mean by that is when he does the following things for you. He reschedules meetings just so he can spend time with you. He expresses his love for you every day. He enjoys nothing more than planning romantic getaways with you and showering you with gifts. This means that he's absolutely devoted to you. And devotion is an emotion that's even more powerful than love. But what if the man that you want doesn't do these things for you yet? What if he's not devoted to you yet? Then I can highly recommend that you click on the link in the description and watch this video till the very end, because then you know how you can activate this emotion in a man that's more powerful than love with the devotion sequence. And if you watch this video, you will find out everything about the devotion sequence. And he doesn't know anything about your hobbies, but he wants to try them all. And this is something that I can tell you from my own experience. Yes, as a guy, I did that and other men do it. With my very first girlfriend in high school, I still remember that, I was terribly afraid of horses, and she had a few horses, and she loved horse riding. And I still remember how I was sitting on that thing, which was actually a pony, but we don't have to reveal that right now. Let's just call it a big, gigantic horse. And I was really afraid. I was like, oh God, what's going on? But I did it because I loved her. And if a man really loves you, I guarantee you that he wants to try your hobbies, even though he might be scared or he doesn't understand it, but he wants to try them all. And if the guy who you're dating does that for you, this means that he has feelings for you. And he wants to introduce you to his family tomorrow. It can't get fast enough. Hey, my mom wants to meet you. Whoa, my dad asked about you. This is also a clear sign that a guy loves you. And that's something that I can really, again, tell you from knowing men, from having coached men, and from knowing myself, because, well, I'm a guy. We would never, and I repeat that, we would never ever introduce a woman to our parents who we are not in love with. Ever. If the guy you're dating wants you to meet his parents, then he loves you. I mean, I've never experienced it. This guy would be the first guy in history who introduces a woman to his parents who he doesn't love. In my reality, that doesn't happen. So if he introduces you to his parents, he loves you. And if he holds hands with you and snuggles up with you in public, this also means that he loves you. If he shows public display of affection, it basically communicates to the world around him that he wants to be seen with you and that he wants others to know how much in love you are. And if he does that, this is also a sign that he loves you. And when it comes to his friends, that's also interesting. He doesn't just want you to meet his friends, but he's so scared that you might not get along with them. He might tell you, my one friend, Bobby, he's a little bit weird. And my one friend, Alex, he has a little bit of a drinking problem. He might say something that hurts you. And oh God, I don't want you to get hurt. I just want you to know these things. Oh, I hope you get along with them. He's so nervous because he already sees you as his girlfriend, later as his fiancée, and later as his wife. In his mind, all these horror scenarios of, oh my God, I can only meet my friends when she's not around. Oh my God, what if they don't get along? It's already playing in his mind because he really loves you and he really wants to make this work. And he plans these absolutely incredible dates for you. One day he might take you to a romantic picnic at the park. The next day he might take you to an amazing rooftop bar. He always plans something incredible, something amazing. He's always creative when it comes to your dates. And this is something that men in general don't do when they just want to hook up with a woman. I mean, when a guy just wants to hook up with a woman, then he swipes on Tinder and says, hey, Netflix and chill. Or he communicates it in a little bit of a nicer way. But in the end, what it comes down to is, yep, you go to my place and then we hook up. But when a guy loves you, when a guy wants a relationship with you, then he wants to experience things with you that are not in the bedroom. Of course, you should also have an amazing bedroom life. But when he loves you, he also focuses on things outside of the bedroom. And this is a sign that he in fact loves you. And he tells you that you are beautiful, but with a twist. He doesn't just say, oh, you look beautiful. No, you're beautiful today. Instead, he says it with an emotional impact. His eyes light up when he sees you, and he might even have one or at least half of a tear in his eye, and he just smiles and he's glowing when he tells you, honey, you are so beautiful. This is what a man does when he's in love with a woman. And he tries to keep other men far away from you, far away. He's very protective. For example, when he's walking with you in the city, he has his arm over your shoulder, and when you're talking to another guy, he reacts a little bit jealous. No, he doesn't freak out because he's a high quality guy, but he reacts a little bit jealous, just a little bit. And he positions himself in between you and other men. For example, when you're out in a social setting, or when you're at the bar, or at the club, or even when you're at a networking event, he always wants to protect you and wants to make clear and communicate that he is your man. And another sign that he loves you is when you talk for hours and he never gets bored of talking. I mean, it's not a secret that most guys are not really that talkative, that women enjoy talking more than men. A lot of men are more stoic and going, yup, I mean, when the typical guy friends go to a bar and talk, it's more like, how are you? Yup, good. And you? Fine. Okay, Roop, I'm gonna sip my beer. So men are not really that good in general at talking. But when he talks to you for hours and hours and hours, and he listens and he talks and he listens and he talks, and you get the feeling that he's never bored and he really enjoys that. He would never do that for a woman he just wants to hook up with. But he really enjoys it, and I mean genuinely enjoys it, with a woman he's in love with. And he can't stand it when you're not happy. When you are not happy, he tries to fix your mood. He tries to come up with solutions, and you just want him to hold you. You just want him to be there for you. And he thinks, why is she unhappy? Did I make her unhappy? I don't want her to be unhappy. What if she leaves me? I love her. Oh my God. That's his logical male mind going rumpa-dumpa, rumpa-dumpa, rumpa-dumpa. And in this case, you just have to forgive him. He wants to fix your problems and fix your mood because he really loves you. And the way he kisses you reveals his love for you. If he kisses you in a passionate, in a romantic way, and you can see the emotions in his eyes, this means he loves you. And the man who is devoted to you will kiss you like that. And if you want to make your man absolutely devoted to you, then you can click on the link in the description, watch this video till the very end, and you will know how to make him devoted to you, and as a result, he will also fall in love with you, because total devotion is an emotion that's even more powerful than love. And if you want to work with me as your dating coach, if there's anything you want to talk about, if you want me to help you with your specific situation to either improve your relationship or to attract the man of your dreams, then you can click on the second link in the description and find out more about Skype coaching with me. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.